Hello again, it's Mr. Dixon, your too cool for school counselor, back with another episode of Mr. Dixon's Doodles. Today, we're going to talk about physical health at home. First, we'll start by describing what physical health is and why it's important. Then we'll talk about some strategies you can use to make sure you're staying healthy while you're at home. The term physical health describes how healthy someone's body is. In school, you've probably taken PE at some point, which just means physical education. In PE, you learn things you can do to keep your body healthy. There are some aspects of our physical health that we can't always choose. For example, some people naturally have better vision than others, but there are many aspects of physical health that we can and do have control over. The things we have more control over with our physical health are things like what we eat, how much we exercise, and how much sleep we get. As you get older, you'll gradually have more control over these things, even if you don't have much now as a kid. That's why it's important that we work now to develop healthy habits. Most of our lessons together so far have focused on things like our mental health and our emotions, but taking care of ourselves physically is just as important as taking care of ourselves mentally and emotionally. We all know when we feel bad physically, that's going to impact the way we feel mentally and emotionally. It's really hard to keep a positive attitude or be productive in our work when we feel tired and unhealthy. When you're at school, there are a lot of things in place to help students work towards physical health. Schools do things like serve fruits and vegetables for breakfast and lunch, teach PE class so you learn more about improving your physical health, have recess so you can run and exercise with your friends, give students brain breaks throughout the day, and most schools also have a nurse you can see if you don't feel well or have questions about your physical health. When you're doing e-learning or working from home, it can be a lot more difficult to make good choices for your physical health. You might even have to make some of these choices for yourself and not be told by a teacher or adult what to do all the time. Now that you know what physical health is and why it's important to be physically healthy, we'll discuss some things you can probably control that will improve your physical health. One of the most important things you can control that impacts your physical health is how much sleep you get. We should all aim to get about 8 hours of sleep a night. Sleeping 8 hours will give most people the rest they need to be energized throughout the day. When we don't get enough sleep, we usually feel sluggish and are not able to do our best throughout the next day. We all know how easy it is to let our cell phones, TVs, or video games keep us up much later than we should be. If you want to set yourself up to be successful the next day, it's important that you shut these things off early and get rid of other distractions to make sure you can get to bed on time. Another big part of having good physical health is making sure we're staying active and exercising. It's proven that exercise helps you to improve your mood, focus better, and think better. Even when you're not at school, there are still plenty of ways you can be physically active where you are. A good way to do this if you're e-learning or just at home is to give yourself brain breaks just like your teacher might from time to time. Take about 10 minutes every hour and start moving. You might be able to do things like jumping jacks, push-ups, squats, or even just walking around your house. Dancing is also a great way to get physical activity in. With an adult's permission, you could also walk around your neighborhood or ride a bike. There's so many different activities you can do to stay physically active. It's not important what you do as long as you're safe and you're moving. When you're physically active, you'll feel much better and improve your physical health. The last thing we're going to discuss that you might have some control over is the things that you choose to eat. Have you ever noticed that when you're at home more, you might get bored and sometimes snack on random things? When you're at school or out somewhere, you don't always have that same ability to just grab your favorite hot chips or drink. When you're a kid, things you're able to eat at home are usually determined by what adults might buy or bring home. The power you do have here is the choice you make when you have different options. For instance, if you're at home and can get a snack, maybe you can choose to get an apple instead of that bag of hot chips. We won't always have the choice. Sometimes we have to eat what's around, but when we do have the choice, it's important that we try to choose healthier options. Things like fruits and vegetables have more vitamins and minerals that will help us get and stay healthy when we compare them to things like candy, chips, and soda. I'm not saying that you should never eat those types of things and that they are bad, but I am telling you is that if you're working from home and have the option, think about which snack would be a healthier choice for you before you choose. If you're not sure what food options available to you might be healthier choices, try talking to adults in your home or people like your school nurse and PE teacher. They'll probably be able to give you some more helpful information. Throughout this video, you've learned about what physical health is, why it's important, and lastly about some things you can probably control to have good physical health. Remember, having good physical health will help us in so many different parts of our lives. When we're physically healthy, we're usually in a better mood and can do better at all the things we do throughout the day. Getting a good night's sleep, making sure you stay active, and making healthier food choices are just a few of the ways you can work towards having great physical health at home. Focusing on these things is super important, especially when you're at home often or doing things like e-learning. That's all for our lesson on physical health at home. Until next time, remember that you're competent and capable, so always be confident. See ya!